Welcome back. In today's video, we're talking about the top 10 low-oxalate foods for kidney stones. If you've ever dealt with kidney stones, you know how painful and frustrating they can be. Oxalate is a natural compound in many plant-based foods, whether fruits, veggies, nuts, or grains. Now, in small amounts, it's harmless. But if there's too much of it in your system, it binds with calcium in your urine to form kidney stones. And if you've had kidney stones before, your chances of developing them again are higher, so keeping oxalate levels in check is necessary. That's why we're here to help. In this video, we'll share a list of 10 low-oxalate foods that can help you avoid these stones and can help keep your oxalate levels balanced. But before we jump into the list, make sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a big thumbs up. Now, let's get started. 10. Apples. Who doesn't love apples? They're crunchy, sweet, tangy, and versatile. But here's the big question. Are apples suitable for a low-oxalate diet? The short answer is yes. A raw apple contains just about 3 milligrams of oxalate per 100 grams. That makes them an excellent choice for anyone watching their oxalate intake. But that's not all apples have to offer. They contain dietary fiber to keep your digestion on track and help you feel full longer. Plus, they're a great source of vitamin C, antioxidants, and phytonutrients that support heart health, boost your immune system, and contribute to overall well-being. You know what they say. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Snack on them plain, toss them into salads, blend them into smoothies, or bake them into oatmeal. 9. Bananas. Bananas are a favorite around the world, and for good reason. They're easy to eat and naturally sweet with nutrients. Bananas contain vitamins C and B6, fiber, and potassium. These nutrients support both your heart and digestive health. Now, if you're at risk for calcium oxalate kidney stones, bananas can actually be a helpful addition to your diet. They have a low oxalate level of 3 milligrams in one banana, which can help prevent the formation of calcium oxalate crystals. But remember, while bananas are low in oxalates, they're also high in potassium. This can be a concern for people with certain kidney conditions, like chronic kidney disease, CKD. For those individuals, it's essential to monitor potassium intake carefully. So, if you have kidney stones, bananas are a nutritious and satisfying snack. But if you have CKD or other conditions, make sure you talk with your doctor or dietitian about the right amount for you. 8. Pineapple. Like many fruits, pineapple contains fiber, vitamin C, and other essential vitamins and minerals. It's naturally low in sodium, protein, and fat, which makes it a light and refreshing choice for any diet. But what about its oxalate content? Fresh pineapple contains 4 milligrams of oxalate per cup. This makes it a safe and delicious snack for a low-oxalate diet. If you're wondering which type of pineapple is best, fresh is the way to go. It not only has fewer oxalates than dried or canned pineapple, but also retains its natural enzymes, like bromelain. This enzyme comes with its own health benefits like anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties that help reduce kidney damage and potentially reduce creatinine levels. 7. Cabbage. Cabbage is one of those vegetables that are not only healthy but also incredibly versatile. It's a great source of vitamins C and K, fiber, and antioxidants that support digestion and may even help prevent certain diseases. When it comes to oxalates, cabbage is generally low. While different types of cabbage may have slightly varying oxalate levels, a half cup of cabbage contains only about 1 milligram of oxalate. Cabbage is also easy to incorporate into your meals. It's perfect in soups, stews, and stir-fries for extra flavor and texture. 6. Strawberries. For those worried about oxalates, you'll be glad to know that a half cup of strawberries contains just 2 milligrams of oxalate, a very low amount. Also, with only 130 milligrams of potassium per half cup, strawberries fall into the low potassium category, which is great for those with CKD, chronic kidney disease. Strawberries contain vitamin C, manganese, folate, and antioxidants that support overall health. So, whether you enjoy them fresh, in a smoothie, or as a topping for oatmeal, strawberries are a delicious and safe addition to your kidney-friendly diet. 5. White rice. We pair rice with just about any dish, from stir-fries and stews to desserts. It's easy to digest and provides a great source of energy. Now, let's talk about oxalates. White rice is considered low in oxalates with a cup containing just 4 milligrams of oxalate. However, compared to brown rice, white rice has fewer nutrients like fiber, vitamins, and minerals. This is why it's advised to eat white rice in moderation, balancing your diet with other low-oxalate whole grains like bulgur. They can add more fiber and nutrients to your meals. 4. Garlic. We know that garlic comes with a lot of health benefits. Thanks to its vitamins and antioxidants like allicin, garlic can help boost your immunity, lower blood pressure, and improve cholesterol levels. Some studies even suggest it might protect against certain types of cancer. But our focus is that garlic stands out as a vegetable with relatively low oxalate levels. A clove of garlic contains about 0.4 milligrams of oxalate. Whether you're using fresh cloves or ground garlic, you can enjoy it without worry. Toss it in a stir-fry, sprinkle it on your favorite dish, or add it in a homemade sauce. 3. Macadamia nuts. If you've ever tasted macadamia nuts, you already know it's like little bites of buttery heaven. In addition to its sweet taste, macadamia nuts are one of the best choices for a low-oxalate diet. Compared to other nuts, macadamia nuts have much lower oxalate levels. The exact amount can be different depending on how they're grown and processed, but the good news is that for most people, the oxalate content is so low that it's almost negligible. If we compare, raw macadamia nuts have around 42 milligrams of oxalates per 100 grams. That's moderate enough. But when you look at other popular nuts, like roasted peanuts with 140 milligrams, cashews with 262 milligrams, and almonds with 469 milligrams, it's clear that macadamia nuts are a far better choice for keeping oxalate intake in check. But before you start snacking on these delicious nuts, here's a heads up, they're also high in potassium. And as we mentioned earlier, high potassium levels can be a concern for CKD patients. So, if that's you, it's always best to check with your doctor before indulging. 2. Mushrooms. Mushrooms are everyone's favorite. But how do mushrooms measure up when it comes to oxalate content? The answer depends on the type of mushroom. A study in Sweden analyzed both cultivated mushrooms from supermarkets and wild mushrooms from nearby forests to determine their oxalate levels. For cultivated mushrooms, the total oxalate content in raw varieties range between 58.9 and 104.1 milligrams per 100 grams of dry matter, DM, which means the part of the mushroom after water is removed. When cooked, whether boiled and then fried, these levels shifted slightly, ranging from 48.9 to 124.6 milligrams per 100 grams DM. Interestingly, most of the oxalates in these mushrooms were insoluble, meaning they are less likely to affect oxalate absorption in the body. Wild mushrooms, on the other hand, contained only soluble oxalates, with raw levels ranging from 29.3 to 40.2 milligrams per 100 grams DM. Cooking these mushrooms lowered their soluble oxalate content slightly, but overall, the oxalate levels in both cultivated and wild mushrooms were low compared to other oxalate-rich vegetables. In other words, for most diets, mushrooms are a tasty, versatile, and low-oxalate option. But note that not all mushrooms are created equal. Some varieties, especially cultivated ones, can have high potassium levels, which might not be ideal for people managing CKD or potassium-sensitive conditions. So, while they can be a fantastic low-oxalate choice, it's always smart to know your specific dietary needs and maybe even check in with your doctor if potassium is a concern. 1. Grapes. Those small, juicy bites of sweetness we know as grapes are loved by many for their refreshing flavor, which ranges from sweet to slightly tart. You can enjoy them fresh, dried as raisins, or even as a glass of wine, simply because they are versatile fruits that fit into many diets. Grapes contain polyphenols like resveratrol, which have shown incredible antioxidant properties. The polyphenolic compounds work as free radical scavengers, helping to prevent oxidative damage and even aiding in the regeneration of renal tubules, which are tiny tubes in your kidneys. Studies suggest that long-term consumption of grapes can protect your kidneys by promoting resilience against fibrosis, harmful scarring of kidney tissue, and related issues. Now, let's talk about their oxalate content. Grapes are considered a low-oxalate food with 16 seedless grapes, or a half cup containing only 1 milligram of grapes. With this, they are a great choice if you're watching your oxalate intake. Before we wrap up, It's important to talk to your doctor or a dietitian before making any major changes to your diet. They'll guide you on what works best for your body. With the foods we've covered, you're already taking great steps toward a healthier, happier you. Thanks for sticking around till the end. If you found this helpful, go ahead and give us a like. And don't forget to subscribe for more simple, practical health tips.